Welcome to Pop Ascension Season 2, Episode 29. Big Brother
29.
is watching. Are you? And in
Oh,
case you need an explanation for that, it's going to have obviously something to do with one of the segments.
yeah.
Um, I think it pretty much speaks for itself on what it's about. So,
Mm-hmm.
we have, of course, another wonderful show. But I'm here
Yeah.
with my lovely co host, Michelle. As always, how are you today?
Hi, I'm pretty good. How are you doing today?
I
Mm,
am here. It has been an
yeah.
adventure gathering up all the information for the show today. Um, we've got lots of stuff for you, of course. We have
Right.
animal news, we have the
Yeah.
celebrity birthdays as always, and
Mm-hmm.
movie news, TV news.
Yeah.
We've got it all here.
That's
Um,
right. We got it all here.
New music.
Yep.
You might want to stick around for that one. Um, should be an
Mm-hmm.
interesting discussion tonight on our choices that we choose
Yeah.
our three songs that we pass on to
Mm-hmm.
you, the fans. So hopefully you enjoy that as well. Um,
Yeah.
we were going on a nice clip where it didn't have any like horrible headlines or anything, but that has come to a screeching
Mm-hmm.
halt as our headlines today is Paul Sorvino has passed away.
Oh. Oh my
A
goodness.
tremendous actor who has been in so many things. And if by
Oh.
chance you don't know who he is, he played the mobster Paulie Cicero in Goodfellas.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you should know by that. If not, but
Mm-hmm.
he's been in so many things
So
that
many. Yeah.
I know you would know who he is when you see him.
Mm-hmm.
He died of natural causes, the family said, at
Oh,
83 years old. Now, this
wow.
guy
Mm,
has been in The Gambler with Paul Newman.
yeah.
He
Wow.
played as Harry Kissinger in the movie Nixon. He's
Oh.
he's played in Reds, Bulworth, The Firm, Rocketeer. Oh God, with George Burns.
Oh, wow.
Okay, he actually sang in an opera.
Really?
He played Phil Coretta in Law and Order for one season. He played in Law and Order. He is
Oh, yeah, I
also
remember.
he's also a Tony nominated actor for that championship season, the
Oh,
the musical.
mhm.
He is
Wow.
also a Pulitzer Prize winner. Like this
Ooh,
guy is
impressive. Yeah.
is is great. He's great. And
Yeah.
like I said, if you don't know him by his name, all you'd have to do is
That's a
just
great
pull up a
thing.
picture of him and you know who he is because he's been in
Yeah.
so many. And that list of credits was probably just a touch of what he's been in.
Right. Yeah.
So
Been acting for a
he
long
is
time.
he is fantastic, and he's another big loss for the acting um, community. So
Oh, yeah.
um,
He will be missed.
condolences. Yes, absolutely. Our condolences goes out to the family and friends.
Yes.
Um, and
Condolences.
by his credits, he has tons of friends. Tons of friends.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
so another sad time. Another sad time. But
Yeah.
again, we do not want to be like a downer, so we celebrate these people's lives. Like as we did, to the people that you mentioned last week, Robin Williams, one of them. So we celebrate
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want you to be sad. They want you to be happy about the work they've done.
That's right. Yes.
We'll
That's
never
right.
forget them because that's always going to be there. Like Goodfellas is always going to be there, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure the performances that he's done, on Broadway and in the opera, I'm sure they're recorded because,
Mm-hmm.
people of that statue, yeah, as if he's a statue. Um, People of that stature, there is a record of everything that they do because there's always somebody that's going to film it, either, the agent for the actor or the family. Somebody is going to film whatever it is. So that
Right.
is headlines. We don't want to dwell on it, so
Yeah.
we will move on into animal news. What do you now?
Yes.
You have two stories for us,
I have
correct?
two stories today. And with animal news, Russell Jones from London, England, was forced to use crutches after he suffered an ankle injury. But when the man took his 8-year-old lurcher named Billy for a walk, he noticed something strange. The dog started to limp all of a sudden. Worried, Jones rushed him to the vet to find out what happened to his dog. The concerned owner spent around 400 US currency, and that's like 300 pounds, I believe, in London, England, um, on scans and x rays for Billy, but only to learn his dog was actually imitating him out of sympathy.
Oh, that is hilarious.
And every time
That's
they
funny.
went for a walk together, the gentle Billy was limping just as his human friend. Later that week, Billy um, was caught red handed by Jones' wife, Michelle, who spotted sprinting around in the backyard. He walked in normally when he came out. They said they couldn't find anything wrong with him, Jones said. Cost me $400, well, 300 pounds, and vet fees and x rays. Nothing wrong, just sympathy. Love him. The lovely footage at Jones with his dog by his side copying him went viral on social media,
Oh my god.
gaining lots of reaction from all over the world. He's copying you. That's brilliant. Don't you have my sympathy for the vet bill? One person wrote, while another added, he's come out in sympathy with you. Speedy recovery to both of you.
That's absolutely hilarious. That's hilarious.
Isn't that hilarious?
Like, I, the dog deserves so much credit for this. Just to
Yeah.
make the owner feel better, even though it was making him bring him to spend. He's lucky he's not in the United States because that would have cost him more than $400. That would have cost him a
Oh yeah,
boatload.
definitely.
He would
Oh
have
yes.
literally had
It
to
certainly
pay,
would.
300 pounds of
I
money.
thought the same. Oh, I thought
you
the same
know,
thing when I read it. I was like,
that is cheap compared to what you'd pay like 3 grand over here. You kidding?
right. That's right. That's about
It is
right.
not cheap. Trust me. Oh man.
Now,
Okay,
this
so that's
next story I have is teaching old dogs new tricks. Now, a sniffer dog's helping detect seabirds. Now, the RSPB, now that stands for Royal Society for Protection of Birds. An innovative study led by the RSVP has been testing their dog's ability to detect many shearwater and European storm petrels and whether dogs can differentiate between that two seabird species. Seabirds are one of the most threatened groups of birds, and it is hoped this study will aid their monitoring and conservation. In the paper published recently in the journal Seabird, the RSBP team documented the training, testing, and performance of a 1-year-old golden retriever to detect the scent of European storm petrels and whether the dog could differentiate tongue-tied there, between those in Mark's sheer waters. A 12-year-old border collie's ability to detect manx sheer waters, breeding in natural burrows and artificial nest boxes. Now, the scent dogs have regularly been used for conservation for decades, including detecting elusive and endangered animals. In endangered animals, they are particularly effective at detecting birds that breed in like carries and are only active above ground. Nocturnally, such as the kiwis and the kakapos. A golden retriever named Islay was trained to locate and indicate storm petrel feathers. The storm petrel is the UK's smallest seabird, weighing just 25 to 30 grams. However, these seabirds spent most of their time at sea and only coming to land to breed. And that is animal news.
Wait a minute. So they're flying the whole entire time. They're not breeding.
They're flying, you say?
Yeah. Says the only time they land is when they come to breed.
Yeah, that's it.
Jesus. That's a lot of flying time.
That's a lot of flying.
They're lucky they're not pilots. They'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
They'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
That is absolutely great. I mean, we love animals.
Oh,
It's
yes.
but
We love them.
I still love the dog story. It's so cute.
Yeah.
I could just picture it. I can picture it.
Uh-huh.
Mimicking the owner. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny. Because when you think about it, it's like, that saying that the dog always looks like the owner.
Oh, yes.
It's pretty remarkable when you
It
really think
is.
about it, because I've seen it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I've
It's
seen it
like
a
that in
lot.
marriages, too.
Yeah,
You start looking like your
yeah,
partner.
yeah. Might
Yeah.
not necessarily be a great thing, but it is true. It is definitely true. So that is animal news. And if you like what you're watching, and after those two stories, you must be, because like, how could you not like, the stories that we give you on animals? They're almost always,
Hmm.
heartwarming. Almost always, not always, but almost always. Um, so if you like that, then you should probably follow us on all of the social media. Um, YouTube at
Yeah.
Rhode Island Broadcasting, Twitter at Broadcasting
Mhm.
RI, Facebook at RI Broadcasting, and of course Twitch at RI underscore broadcasting. And don't forget, if you're on
Yeah.
Twitch, throw us some bits so it helps pay the bills of all of these
Mhm.
things. You can also listen to us on our podcast, and you can find the podcast at Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, TuneIn, Red Circle. They all have it. Just get on there,
Yeah.
jump on, and listen to us while you're working. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. Just look up
Yes,
Rhode Island
very easy.
Broadcasting, and we're right there. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so do that. And like I said, like, follow, share is very
Mhm.
important. Very important. I know this is saying that we have 1,094 followers on YouTube right now, but it is actually 1,095.
Oh,
1,095. So,
awesome.
yeah, you can also jump in on the Discord right there.
Mhm.
And of course, you want to join Michelle on Facebook, go to Facebook and you can find her at Michelle Pop Ascension. Just easily type it in and you will come up with that. And um, always something new on there. So you can see a lot of stuff that
Yeah,
isn't on the show. So
that's
you want to
right.
do this. You want to do this. You get all kinds of stuff, all kinds. If you want to
All
sponsor
time.
the show or one of the segments, like the animal segment, so if you're a pet
Yeah.
company, you might want to jump in on this. Seeming we do animals every week. Just simply email us at
Yeah.
ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out all the information. And let me tell you, it is cheap. We
Oh
have an
yeah.
introductory 4 episode deal for 25
Mhm.
bucks. 25 bucks.
25.
You can sponsor the show. And that pays the bills for the show.
Right.
Yes, all this fancy equipment doesn't come cheap, you know,
That's right.
but we share it with the other shows that we do. So we share the costs. So
Mhm.
that is the business side of it. We still
Yeah.
have a ton more. A ton more.
Right.
And we have some movie updates for you. Now,
Ooh.
this is some interesting stuff. Okay, so the first thing is Marvel Studios Kevin
Mhm.
Feige
Yeah.
announced they are working on a new Fantastic Four,
Awesome. Wow.
and that it will not be an origin story like the other two,
Oh, okay.
because they're gonna just assume people just know what the characters are by now, and they just want to
Yeah.
jump in and get right to it. Um, Now it is at least 2 years away. Like they haven't
Uh-huh.
even signed, anybody to be in it. So, um, but just to let you know, John Krasinski was
Mhm.
in Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, the one that just
Yeah.
recently came out, as Mr. Fantastic. So
Oh.
it's possible he may be coming back for it, to actually do the
Yeah.
movie. But the word is they are courting Penn Badgley to play Mr. Fantastic. So it's not a
Oh.
done deal on John Krasinski. Um, I like John Krasinski as an actor. Um,
Mhm.
but we'll see. We'll see who ends
Yeah.
up getting all the roles. And I loved the Fantastic Four two movies that they had with the original cast with Jessica Alba, of course.
Right.
And that ensemble. Hated the more recent one. It was just dreadful.
Yeah.
Um, Inferior acting. inferior script, inferior everything.
Oh,
Um, but they
wow.
had a great cast in that first. You know,
Yeah.
Michael Chiklis was absolutely phenomenal as the Thing. Um, he was
Oh,
awesome. I think he was wonderful at that. But we'll see what happens. Still at least 2 years away. I'm pretty sure that they're just putting final touches on the script and all that stuff. So they're going to be
oh,
starting relatively soon to start working on um, the actors involved.
right, exactly.
So I will.
Okay.
That's my favorite Marvel
Oh,
comic.
yeah.
So I will be looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Killers of the Flower Moon. Now I remember not too long ago I had stated that this movie was happening, a Martin Scorsese movie with Leo and Robert De Niro. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, well, this movie has been pushed back to 2023 instead of opening up this year.
Oh, really?
The Western crime drama. Um, it's all about a young J. Edgar Hoover who's starting up with
Oh,
the FBI
yeah.
and Texas Ranger Tom White.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a series of murders that they're investigating in the Osage or Osage. I think it's Osage
Oh,
Nation in Oklahoma. I believe that is a Native American tribe.
mm-hmm.
Not quite positive of that. And it happened in the early 1900s. Of course, like I said, Robert De Niro is also in this movie, but so is Brendan Fraser, Jesse Plemons, John Lithgow, Lily
Oh,
Gladstone, and a ton of others. This
oh, wow.
movie has a $200 million budget.
Whoa.
So,
Is
so
that
it's gonna
it? 200 million?
yeah, and that just probably pays for Robert De Niro and Leo. So
Right.
so it is a big budget, and
Yeah.
so it got pushed back to 2023. So it
Yeah.
is supposedly up for Oscars, but this could cause it to miss out on the Oscars.
Oh, really?
So there's a little concern about that because this is supposed to be heavily touted in the Oscar categories.
Yeah.
So I mean, when you get people, like DiCaprio in it,
Oh, yeah, right?
I mean, he doesn't make bad movies. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Like
yeah,
the
he's
movies that
definitely A-list.
like when he doesn't do a big budget movie, it's very artsy you know, and has a lot of artistic qualities to it. And then
Right.
when it is a big budget, it is just a great movie. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I look at like Blood Diamond. That movie was fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Fantastic
Um,
movie.
and I got to give him credit. I like he's a fine actor. And then you throw in
Oh,
Robert
yeah.
De Niro in there, and then it's like, okay, you know.
Right.
so so it's probably going to be a pretty good movie. I like westerns, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to that. Tombstone, my all-time favorite western. Not even
Right.
close. Not even close. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Open Range though has the best gunfight in all westerns that I've
Yeah.
seen, and I've seen a lot
Right.
of them. I've seen a lot of them. It
Mm-hmm.
was that gunfight was just so real. It was amazing. So looking forward to that as well.
Oh,
Now I have to
yeah.
wait till next year though. I was looking forward to it this
Yeah.
year, and now it's not. So
Mm-hmm.
so that is a movie updates. So I'm sure there's going to be more on that movie coming soon. Um, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to this weekend's
Oh, yeah.
Super Pets.
Oh, okay.
starring
Nice.
Dwayne Johnson, you know,
Yeah.
as Superman's dog, and
Uh-huh.
um, Kevin Hart, I believe, is
Oh,
Batman's
yeah.
dog. So,
Uh-huh.
and Keanu Reeves is
Oh,
Batman.
Kiana.
He
Yeah,
is
he's back.
Batman. Like
Ooh.
I can't. I'm actually now that they said that he was, Batman in the animated Super Pets.
Right.
I'm like, why didn't they make him, Batman?
Yeah.
Like I think he'd make a great Batman.
Oh, I think
I
so
mean,
too.
I mean, unless he sounds too much like a surfer dude,
Oh, his
But
tone of voice
but
is
he's
good. I
yeah.
think so.
I think he'd be a great Batman. To be honest with you, I think he would.
Yeah, I think so also. Yeah.
So, but Robert Pattinson is now the Batman. So
Oh.
he didn't do a bad job, but I would have
Mm-hmm.
liked to see Keanu.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got strange news up right now. What do you got for us? And this ought to be good. So
Strange
people pay attention to
news.
this one because it's always, always good.
This one is something else.
Oh, I can
Now,
only
this
imagine.
one is can't get a job due to extreme tattoos and body modifications. Now, a man who has had body modifications and is covered in tattoos to look like, get this, a black alien. Now, he has said, I can't find a job as people judge him. But Frenchman Anthony Lofrido is known as the Black Alien after having extreme body modifications such as a split tongue, implants, as well as being heavily tattooed. Now, from head to toe, his eyeballs included. Now, he has amassed 1.2 million followers on Instagram as people take contests in his unmissable 34-year-old in his ever transforming modifications. Now, Lafredo has opened up about the difficulties he faces due to his unusual look, including finding jobs. Now, speaking on an episode of the Club 113 podcast, Lafredo said, I can't find a job. There's lots of negative stuff. It could be positive because you feel better, but you have to know there's also a dark side. Lefredo also opened up about what's it like to deal with the way strangers react to him every day. It's life. Not everyone understands everything like me. I don't understand lots of things about lots of people. To achieve his project of looking like an alien, Lofredo has had, now get this, 2 fingers on his left hand removed.
What?
Well, amputated, yes. As well as, now listen to this, his ears and tip of his nose amputated.
Oh my God.
Now, but he insisted he is simply a normal guy
Ah, can tell.
who wants to be treated like a normal guy with a job, with a family, who has a friend, girlfriend, all of that. That's what makes me normal. Now, my comments on this, impersonating an alien, I'm surprised that he is surprised about, his the obvious attention he would, receive in society as humans, the modifications. And that is strange news.
Okay. First off, I'm going to say you shouldn't judge people. But in
No.
this case, look, you can't find a job because of what you've done to yourself. I mean, that is clear.
Mm-hmm.
That is clear.
Oh yeah.
Okay, first of all, you know, companies have to be aware of people feeling comfortable dealing with their employees.
Right.
Now, if say you work at a deli or you work on in at a counter, at a Dunkin'
Mm-hmm.
Donuts, say whatever, anything, any
Yeah.
kind of a over the counter kind of job.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk into a place and you see somebody that looks like that, it makes
Now he
people
looks like an
uncomfortable.
alien. He
Right.
looks very scary. Actually, he
So the
does. I
nose
will be
cut,
posting the
you know,
pictures up.
the
Yeah.
ears cut. Look, it is it is tough for people to see that,
Oh my
especially
gosh.
when you are dealing with people 50 and over.
Mhm.
Because look, you have to have those people need to be comfortable going into places. And frankly, I probably wouldn't hire him either, you know?
Yeah. Well,
And it
40
is,
and under, they're gonna have the same reaction. When it's not the same when I read it, but when you
oh, I
see
know.
what he
Oh,
looks like, it's
believe
like,
me.
oh my gosh.
Now you
He
take,
I can't believe it.
yeah, you take that 40 and under crowd, and probably half of them are going to have issues. You know,
Yeah.
others will go in as like, okay, you know, we have a show that we can come here now to see, you know, and have fun with, throughout the course of the day, talking about it. But
Oh yeah.
others are not going to be comfortable,
They're
going
not.
in to see that. And I mean, you've got to know, like, the whole
Mhm.
stigma of tattoos is one thing. It's a big thing in the workforce. Okay,
Yeah.
people are just now starting to get over certain, tattoos, even like face tattoos. People don't
Mhm.
accept that, but if
Yeah.
somebody's whole arm is done, people are accepting that now, just
Mhm.
starting to accept that.
Oh, wow.
So so when you look at it overall, maybe a third of the population will be okay with tattoos everywhere, but that is a little extreme, and you're talking maybe not even a quarter of the people will probably accept that.
Oh
So
no. It's
so
very extreme. Trust
yeah,
me,
it,
very.
it's you can't expecting to be normal. No, it's not going to be
Mm.
normal. It's not going to be normal. The only way you're going to be normal is if you're working in, a tattoo parlor. you know that's normal. Okay, I can
Are
accept
doing
that.
I would say he would fit, not to be funny, but he'll fit into a circus.
Yeah, yeah.
That he's,
Carnivals.
yeah, carnivals. This is that's how extreme it is.
and
He will
and
fit.
that's
Ripley's Believe It or Not. He might be on there
yeah.
already,
This
but
is this is where you're at. Like, this is like
yeah,
talking about what
a
is
spectacle. Yeah, he's been,
acceptable.
yeah.
And like, I'd gotta say, 90% of businesses aren't gonna hire you.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is, and you're gonna have to deal with that. Like they
Mm,
say, you made your bed, now you're gonna lie in it.
yeah. And he was such a handsome man. I saw a before picture. I'm like, oh my gosh, why did he do that to himself? He has implants in his head. He has the whole oval
Yeah,
head like an alien.
yeah,
I'm like, oh my gosh.
yeah. Not
Oh, it's terrible.
you're
I'm
not.
sorry I said it
Look,
terrible.
you don't have to worry about me doing that. Well, first of
Oh
all, I can't
God.
get a tattoo because I don't like needles. So
Yeah.
So you
So
don't have
I
to worry
wonder
about
how much
that.
he paid to get the whole thing from
Oh
head
my
to
God.
toe.
Could
I
only
mean, from the
imagine.
implants, the amputation. Wonder what was his bill?
Can only imagine. All right,
Yeah.
so we've got some TV updates.
TV
TV.
updates.
Um, again, Pop Ascension season 2, episode 29. Big Brother is watching. Are you?
Yeah. Are you?
So, Big Brother has been on.
Yeah.
You know, it's summertime. It's a staple on CBS 3 nights a week.
Mhm.
A lot has happened on this show this season, and we've brushed on it a little bit with Taylor getting the brunt of the abuse in the house
Mm.
because he wasn't one of the girls. She always hung out with the
Right.
guys, um, and she's a former pageant winner.
Uh-huh.
So the girls were already, against her because of the I don't know, all
Oh
like
yeah.
this.
Like
There we go. Yeah. So So she was taking abuse from the girls, especially. But
Oh. Oh wow.
this week, Daniel has become the villain
Uh-oh.
because he lashed out at Taylor this week. Just yesterday, I
Mhm.
believe it was. Just yesterday, because of comments that she said to Nicole. She
Mm.
said, if you want to quit, it's okay to quit. So
Oh.
Nicole took offense to that when she was really just trying to make her feel better, but
Mhm.
quitting is probably not the thing to say, especially when it's a former, well, she might still be a cop. I don't know if she's still a cop, but 10 years on the police force, she has no quit in her. And so she took offense to that, but instead of telling her, she went to Daniel and said that she attacked her passive aggressively. So Daniel's thinking,
Really?
okay, so she's attacking my friend like she did to Paloma, who
Oh.
they filled him in, even though what it wasn't all completely true either.
Mhm.
So Daniel blew up and lashed out at her and said, "Don't talk to me anymore." Blah blah blah. You can't treat people like this, and
Mhm.
so he didn't really have the whole story, and they're painting
Oh.
him out to be the villain now. So in his defense, it wasn't completely his fault because he was
Oh.
just trying to protect a friend. And yes,
Mhm.
he made some prejudgments on Taylor based on one person saying something. And in Big
Right.
Brother, you can't take anybody for their word. I'm sorry. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know? So you can't just jump down somebody's throat at the same time. But
Mhm.
Taylor has been taking it by almost all of the people. So
Hmm.
she's basically being bullied, but she kind of portrays that role that
Right.
not completely because she's saying things that she's trying to be nice and help, but not really coming across that way. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's kind of it's all misunderstood. So she's
Oh.
kind of getting bullied for the wrong reasons. And Daniel is bullying because he's thinking that he's protecting a friend when in fact he's not getting the whole story. So
Oh.
so I think the fans are really overreacting to all of them, to be honest with you.
Right.
So like it's Big Brother, you got to take it for what it's worth. And yes, you
Yeah.
shouldn't bully. Yes, you shouldn't, poke fun at people and prejudge and the whole bit, but
Mhm.
human nature is at play here, and when you're only getting partial truths, That's what
Mhm.
comes into the effect. So people need to relax on Daniel a little bit, ease up a little
Mhm.
bit. Let's see how this develops,
Right.
and let's not jump down Taylor's throat either for things that she's saying, because I know what it's like to say something and it comes out wrong. I know what it's like.
Right.
It comes out wrong.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So so that is Big Brother. It's been pretty interesting. It's been pretty interesting.
Oh, like a soap opera, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, like I said, you got to take it for what it's worth because it is Big Brother, and they're just
Mm.
all stabbing each other in the back. That's all it is. Jeopardy.
Oh, Jeopardy. Yes, I heard about this.
Yes, showrunner Michael Davies has officially announced that Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik, is that how to pronounce her name?
Yeah, that's close
Um,
enough.
they are permanent
Dr.
hosts.
Mayim Bialik.
That's right, doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah, she's a doctor.
So
Hmm.
doctor, give me the news, right? Um,
Yeah.
look, they are going to be the permanent hosts. Ken Jennings will kick off the season on September 12th, and he will
Hmm.
be there until January when Mayim Bialik takes over. Um,
Yeah.
this is because she is filming Call Me Cat season two
Uh-huh.
for
That's right.
Fox.
Yeah.
So Ken Jennings will do the first part, and then she will do the second part, and then they have specials that they do and I believe Ken Jennings is going to do the tournaments, and
Yeah.
Maim is doing the celebrity Jeopardies.
Hmm.
Grey's Anatomy, Glee
Yeah.
star Harry Shum Jr.
Hmm.
has been added to the cast as a new surgical resident. So Glee star is back,
Yeah.
in a very big show. Um, so now he gets to do some more. I'm not sure. It's not really more serious. I'm not sure. Like, was Glee really? It was a musical. I know that. But
Yeah.
was it more of a comedy? I think it was more of a comedy, right?
Mm.
I mean, there was some obviously dramatical parts of it,
Oh, yeah.
but this is a drama. This is a medical
That's
drama, and
a
this
drama.
is acting chops at its best. I mean, it has
Yeah.
great actors on this show. So,
Right.
and it's been going forever, forever. One of the longest running
Hmm.
shows. So,
Right.
so that's TV news. Some good stuff. I like it.
Sound like some great
I
stuff.
like it. So, yeah, that I mean, it's nice to see these these young stars are still being relevant. You know,
Right.
because look, it's so easy as a because they I don't know if they're really considered child stars. I mean, playing on Glee,
Hmm.
yes, I understand. It's I guess they're called child stars, but
Yeah.
I think they were a little more than that. Like they were a little more because they had to have the acting and the singing and the whole bit. So it's more than a child star when you're doing stuff like that. That's a little
Hmm.
more. So, but at any
Yeah.
rate, it's nice to see that they're getting chances in other things, and I
Right.
like to see that because you don't like to see
Awesome.
like one and done kind of things. You know,
Yeah.
it's really not fair to them as actors. So,
Right. Exactly.
and having all that musical talent to go along with
Hmm.
it, like the endless possibilities that you can have on shows when you hire these actors.
That's true. Endless.
Yes. So, again, TV news. Ah, it's time for
It's
celebrity
time.
birthdays. I love this.
Celebrity birthdays.
Last
Now,
week, Cat Stevens won.
yeah.
I
Stevens.
decided to choose him. even
Yeah.
over, when you mentioned Robin Williams, and you did give me the option to pick Robin Williams, but I didn't think it was fair. So,
Right. Yes.
so Cat Stevens.
Now, Ford, who began his professional career with Tottenham Hotspur in 2009. He was named PFA Young Player of the Year after scoring 31 goals during the 2014 to 2015 season. He made his debut on the English national team in 2015 and he won the Golden Boot as the top scorer in the 2018 World Cup. Soccer player Harry Kane is 29 today. She rose to fame for playing Rebecca Donaldson on the ABC sitcom Full House and its Netflix revival. That was Fuller House. And she also played Ava Gregory on the Summerland in 2019. A scandal arose over a criminal conspiracy and influenced undergraduate admissions decisions at several top American universities. And that's Lori Loughlin. She is 58. He gained recognition for his role as Adam on the Disney XD series Lab Rats and as Bryce Johnson from I'm in the Band in 2014. He co-starred alongside Zendaya Coleman in the Disney movie Zapped. TV actor Spencer Boldman, and he is 30. Actress and dancer who was featured in the recurring role as Amy in The Next Step before appearing on another family-handed show called Backstage, and that's TV actress Shelby Vane. And 21 today, Tamil actor who won a 2012 Best Actor award from the Filmfare Awards South for his role in Oduhalam. He also gained fame for his role in Three Paladahavan and Your Radi. And this is movie actor Mokino Dahanushi. He is 39.
Yeah, I can't even spell that to write it down.
Right. Now, played the role of Kyle on the television series 8 Simple Rules. He was also an episode of Touched by an Angel and NCIS. TV actor Billy Cerrone Brown is 41 today. Best known for his hit single Crank That, which hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2007. His debut album, Soulja Boy Tell 'Em.com, became certified platinum that same year. And that is rapper Soulja Boy, and he is 32 today. Lead singer and rhythm guitarist for the British pop rock band The Vamp, alongside bassist Connor Ball, lead guitarist James McVeigh, and drummer Tristan Evans. The Vamp's first record contract was with Mercury Records, and that is singer Brad Simpson, and he is 27 today. Now, series regular on the Family Channel teen drama show, The Next Step, who plays the role of Michelle, Canadian TV actress Victoria Baladasaro is 24 today. English singer who gained international fame after competing in season 7 of The X Factor. And free, releasing, releasing her debut album, Sticks and Stones, her second album, Sorry I'm Hate was released. Sorry, I'm Hate, yeah, was released in May 2014 and featured such hit singles as I Wish and Sirens. And that's pop singer Cher Lloyd is 29. Commercial and television actress who landed a role in Best Friends whenever she was cast in the pilot for The Perfect Stanleys in 2015 and appeared as Ruby in Disney's um, what was it? Lee and Maddie? Was it Disney's Lee and Maddie? That's what it looks like. In 2018, she began starring in Netflix No Good and Nick, No Good Nick, and that's TV actress Lauren Donges. Is 18 today. Actor who was cast as Hunter Clarrington on the Fox series Glee and Colin Jennings on the MTV series Awkward. He also had a supporting role in the 2012 horror thriller film House at the End of the Street, and he played Conrad Birdie in the 2009 Broadway revival of the musical Bye Bye Birdie. Movie actor Nolan Gerard Funk is 36 today. Now, this is a memorial for the First Lady of Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, wife of the late John F. Kennedy. She would have been 93 years old today. And that is celebrity birthday.
Ooh, wow. Some great talent, of course.
It's a lot.
Look, okay, Jackie Onassis. There is an old John Mellencamp song
Okay.
that is named after her.
Wow.
It's such a it's one of those songs that you put on an album just to fill up space, and it's so lame, but I love the song so much because it is
really?
so lame.
It's
It's
lame.
just like, yeah, it's like it wasn't meant to be like a great song. It was
Okay.
just kind of like a little fun little ditty kind of thing, even though Jack and Diane was
Oh,
the ditty that made them a bundle. But but,
yeah.
but it was like so lame, but it was so good. I loved it. I still can remember the song.
Wow.
And I loved it. But
Hmm.
yes, Jackie Onassis again, put that right in that same category as Robin Williams. Like, it's
Yeah.
hard not to pick somebody like that, but
Right.
I cannot, because we have to do the ones that are currently celebrating their birthday.
Okay.
And
No
I had
problem.
it down to probably three. Um, Cher Lloyd
Okay.
was
Yes.
one of those three, and Soldier Boy was also one of those three. Um,
Hmm.
but I went with Harry Kane because he got that golden boot.
Okay. Yes.
And look, he's a great player. And
Hmm.
this will be, I believe, my first soccer player I have chosen
Oh, okay.
as the winner.
That's the winner.
So
Happy
Harry
birthday,
Kane.
everyone.
So those
Happy
of
birthday,
you
Harry
who watch,
Kane.
yeah, those of you who watch soccer or football in UK,
Yes, football.
there you go. Played for the English team.
Hmm.
England. who's always had a great soccer team for the most part.
Yeah.
So Harry Kane, you are my choice of winners today.
Oh,
Today, you go right up there with the dog that was mimicking his owner.
his owner. Yeah.
Right up there with him, because
Mhm.
that's a winner in my book. So
Yeah.
so that is celebrity birthdays. So I only have a couple of things for what's happening.
Okay.
Mostly because I just ran out of time today, and I was
Mhm.
looking at all the stuff for Las Vegas, and I couldn't find anything good. Sorry, couldn't find
Oh
anything good.
yeah.
But I've got in Chicago on August 2nd, Dallas Wings at Chicago Sky, some WNBA at the Wintrust
Mhm.
Arena. So go check that out.
Mhm.
You know, support the ladies, and yeah, I've been watching a lot of the WNBA this year. You know, I've
Mhm.
been watching. I must have watched at least 7, 8 games right now, which is a lot for
Okay.
me because I never watched them. So
Yeah.
so getting 7 or 8 games in this season already, is far better than watching the baseball games, especially if you're a Sox
Um.
fan.
Yeah.
That is a little to be desired. It's been pretty bad. Also happening September 13th, starting Pretty Woman the musical in
Mhm.
Atlanta at the Fox Theater in Atlanta. In Atlanta. So that's all I got this week for what's happening.
Yeah.
So so go right in to new music, and this is what we've been waiting for, right? We always wait for this.
Music.
This is one of our favorite segments, of course.
Our final finale.
Yes.
That's the final finale. New music.
So new music. These are the albums. Whether they're CD, vinyl, or digital.
Yeah.
These are the ones that stood out to me. ZZ Top, new album,
Whoa.
Raw.
They coming out with something? Wow, that was very
Yeah, but it's
unusual.
it's a it's an album that they were live somewhere, but it is just it is dedicated to Dusty, their member of the band that died. So
Oh, it's a
um,
dedication. Okay,
yeah,
that's
they
fair.
dedicated it to him. And it's good stuff though. Like ZZ Top they're amazing. They still sound great. They still sound great.
Wow.
So check that out. I got to listen to a few of the songs. And Brown Sugar, not the one that the Stones did, but their own, was
Uh-huh.
fantastic. Fantastic. If I knew if it was a new song or not, I would have put that in my top three
Oh,
today, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't put it in.
oh
I probably
yeah.
still should have. But Ben Harper, Bloodline Maintenance, he's got a new album. I got to hear some of that, so not too bad. Not too bad. It's
Not
it's
too bad,
it's
huh?
mellow. You know, it's very nice. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Bananarama has a new album,
Oh my gosh, wow.
and I listened to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And if
How was
you
it?
are familiar with Cruel Summer,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if you're familiar with that song, you are getting like a bunch more
Or
songs that
Venus?
sound just like that. They they
Yeah.
they, they still sound exactly the same. Like
Still the
every song,
same.
they sound exactly
Mm-hmm.
the same. Every
They
song sounds
they
the same.
always sounded like they sing karaoke to me. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
well,
they had good voices now, but it sound more karaoke-ish, so you can relate to
well,
it,
because
and
all
it
their songs sound the same.
And
And
it's
this was
like the
no different.
tune.
This was no different. So
Yeah,
if you like one song from them, you will like the whole album. Just say
yeah.
it. Just say it. You know.
Mhm.
Um, but there is one song that stood out. Also, the Kooks, 10 tracks to echo in the park. I got to listen
Mm.
to that whole album, and I loved it. Loved it. So four new albums that caught my eye, and they were all pretty good. They were all pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, different degrees of goodness,
Oh yeah.
but I did like all the music that I heard from all of them.
Right.
So that is new music, but we have song check where me and Michelle give you 3 songs each for you to check out, and we hope that you do check them out. We hope you do.
Mm.
And you can also do that for us. If you give us songs,
Yeah.
we can make that part of it. So if you have 3 songs every week,
Mhm.
you can be part of it, and we'll go to you and we'll ask you your first song and second song and third song. So Michelle, what is your first song on Song Check?
Well, my first song is by Macklemore. Now he's making a comeback. And it's Chant featuring Tones and I. Now Macklemore is a great rap lyricist. He's really good in his craft of rapping. And the song he speaks about is making a comeback, and he is unstoppable. The lyrics have great layers to it because it's the song tells a story. It is a combination of rap, and it's the featuring Tones and I. She has a beautiful voice. She really resembles Adele to me. But it's a rap and a song together combined, and I love it. And that's Macklemore, Chant featuring Tones and I.
Very good. And I know what song you're talking about because I was going to put that on my list of songs to look at last week, but I didn't find the full song.
Hmm.
So there was only a part of the song. This was last week.
Okay.
Um, so it's, you know, I just couldn't find it then. But it was on my list and I never got around to listening to the whole song. So, but that's great. My first song is Bush, More
Hmm.
Than Machines.
Oh.
Now, I am going to say that it's a very heavy song.
Oh, really?
Um,
Is depressing heavy, or is it
no, heavy,
what kind
heavy,
of
like
heavy?
heavy metal
Dark.
kind of thing. Um,
Oh.
now, some of like most of the lyrics are pretty good. I say that because sometimes they don't really have great lyrics for these kind of songs. But this one, you know, it has some meaning behind it, and you can see that. And I think they did a pretty good job at writing the song. There are some points in the song though where the music just doesn't fit right. It sounds like a little off, like tempo at certain points. Um,
Oh.
but I did like the song. But I just
Oh.
liked it. I didn't love it. I just
You
liked
like
it.
it?
But I liked the lyrics, and how they wrote it. Um, just some points kind of fell a little flat. So,
Yeah.
but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And considering
Mhm.
that I have never liked a song from Bush, that's pretty
Mhm.
good. That's coming from me. So,
Yeah.
so I put that one in a good category. Not great, but good. Not great, but good.
Mhm.
Song number 2, Michelle.
Well, song number two is Ray featuring Luana let me see, Vajolaka.
Oh my
It's
God, you're killing me.
VJOLL C-A. Vajolka. And it's Pele Pele. It's a soft music and lyrics. It's Caribbean Afrobeat sound. A song that is soothing to the ear. And that's Rivani featuring Luana Vijolka. Pele Pele. Pelepele.
Killing me with these names that it's almost impossible to say. Ravani featuring Ruwana Vajolka.
Yeah, Luana.
Oh, Luana?
Yeah,
Oh, Lu.
Luana.
Okay. Luana, not Ruana. That makes a little more sense. All right, my second song goes to Bananarama. Now, I
Oh.
know what I said about their album. Like, all the songs sound alike, except for one. One stood out, and that was the last song on the album,
Hmm.
Waiting for the Sun to Shine. This
Oh.
song was fantastic. I love the lyrics. I love the music. I love their voices in this. I never had a problem with their harmonizing together.
Uh-huh.
I do like that. Um, but when every song sounds the same, it's a little much. But this one really stands out. It is the last song on the album, and I loved it. Um,
Oh yeah.
it was really, really, really good, and I think a lot of people will enjoy that whole album, especially if you liked Cruel Summer. so, so, so that is my song number two. What is your song number three, Michelle?
Yes, song number three would be the Esprits. And
Yes.
that's Esprits. I've never heard of them. And the title of the song is Sweaty Up.
Sweaty Up.
And it has a upbeat tempo music. Um, it reminds me of a song that's like if you're in a bar in a lounge and the live band is playing, it's something, dance music to dance to. I mean, I like it, but I don't love it. But it's fun to dance to, when you're at a lounge and chilling out or something. But
Sweaty Up.
it's the Esprits Sweaty Up.
There we go. Sweaty Up. Look, that leads me to song number three, and it wasn't even close. Like, this was my favorite
Mhm.
song that I heard, and I knew it the moment it started. It was going to be great.
Oh,
Now,
oh, I know songs like that. I know what you mean. Yeah.
now, I started listening to the Kooks, and I don't remember the song that I liked from them, but I know I liked the song from them, and I couldn't remember what it was. So I said, okay, I'm going to listen to this album because I'm going to find something that I'm going to like. I might not find all of it
Mhm.
that I like. And let me tell you, song after song after song, I liked a lot. And
Oh.
I believe it was the third song on the album that, as soon as it started, it caught my attention, and
Mhm.
I loved it. The song is Cold Heart,
Cold Heart.
and everything about the song says, it's great. It's a great song, and it needs to be heard. So if you're out there, go check it out because this song, look, if you like, you know, rock music in any form,
Mhm.
this is one that you have to check out. You really should check
Yeah.
out this song.
I gotta check that
Um,
out.
because like this new rock stuff, this like alternative kind of thing. It's like a
Oh.
cross between alternative punk and pop. And you kind of blend all of that into one
Yeah.
thing, and you get this kind of music, and I loved it. I think it's fantastic, and that whole album surprised me
Right.
because it was the whole album that was really good. And Ben Harper, all those songs that I liked, but I just liked them. I didn't love them.
Mhm.
There was not that "Steal My Kisses" kind of song on there where it
Oh,
just caught you and it just, and it just had you moving and you just loved it. It was
yeah.
a very likable album, very mellow
Wow.
and relaxing, and
Sounds great.
you know, and then there was Chicago. I listened to that
Oh,
Chicago album.
okay.
Now that screams adult contemporary. Like
Yeah.
it's got a different. They have a different singer, and the whole bit. Um, it's not Peter Cetera or anything like that anymore. So,
Mhm.
um, and if it was Peter Cetera, he sounds a lot different. I will tell you that. They had a lot of horns in the music and a lot of things that I like about Chicago, but it just didn't. Mm. And I
Yeah.
and you know
I
how I
feel
felt
it.
about a lot of the new stuff from bands from like the '80s and stuff like that that have been coming out. Def Leppard, Joan Jett, all
Mhm.
these bands, and they haven't disappointed. That was kind of disappointing from
Oh yeah.
Chicago. It was kind of disappointing because I
Wow.
expected better. I didn't expect,
Yeah.
I expected adult contemporary. Believe me, that's what I got from Rod Stewart when Rod Stewart's new album came out.
Mhm.
That's what I got.
Right.
A more mellow Rod Stewart, right? But it was still great.
Yeah.
This mm, just wasn't good enough. It just seemed like everything was
Yeah.
all over the place, and it was just a
Oh
mess.
wow.
It was like a mess. It was like things starting at the wrong times, and it's like, no, no. So,
Mm.
so I was disappointed in that.
That's disappointing.
So, but the
Somebody out there
Kooks,
may like it.
yeah. So the Kooks were my top
Mhm.
choice. Cold Heart. The whole album was awesome. I also had Bananarama, Waiting for the Sun to Shine.
Oh
The
yeah.
song that stood out amongst all the others because all the rest sounded like Venus, Cruel Summer, all of those things.
Yeah. I
Um,
can't get Cool Summer out of my head now. You said
yeah, I know. I've
banana.
been singing it all day,
Oh my gosh.
and of
Something
course,
about that.
yeah, and of course, Bush, More Than Machines. Um, and yours were Macklemore featuring
Mhm.
Tones and I Chant.
Mhm.
Ravani featuring Luana Vajolka, Pele Pele,
Pele Pele.
and E Spritz, Sweaty Up,
Sweaty up.
Sweaty Up.
New
I
artist to
gotta check it
me.
out just because of that name. I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
And
I've heard
oh
of
my god,
Macklemore now, but the rest of I haven't heard of at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard
Yeah, you
that
gotta check it
Macklemore's the
out.
only one. Right, and this is all why we do this. There was another one. I tried to listen to one of the Lloyd Banks songs too. Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god, it was awful. It was awful.
Oh wow.
I stopped at one after that, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with Bush. Gonna go with
Yeah.
Bush, and because I was looking for something better, and I was looking and looking and looking, and I went through so many songs, and I
Mhm.
just couldn't find it. There was Bastille, Revolution was close, but I went with Bush because I thought the lyrics were better.
Yeah.
So, so that's
Well,
it. That is
that's it.
the show.
That's
If
it.
if you want to watch us live and get in your comments and stuff, you got to watch us every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York
Yeah.
time for those of you out there across the
Mhm.
globe from Istanbul to UK to Sao Paulo to Atlanta, Georgia, and back
Mhm.
here in the Northeast. Um,
Yeah.
so everywhere out there, come and check us out live on Thursdays. Watch us on
Great.
YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting, Twitch RI underscore broadcasting, Twitter broadcasting RI, and of course on Facebook, RI Broadcasting. You can also listen to us, not watch us. You can listen to us
Listen,
on
yeah,
Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, TuneIn, Red Circle. They all got us. They all got us.
they
Just
all have
download
us.
it
Yeah.
and listen to us while you're working, while you're driving, while you're doing pretty much anything. Pretty much
Yeah,
anything.
that's right.
Yeah. So that is the show for the week.
That's the sound.
Michelle, thank you for being here as always.
Oh, glad to
Wouldn't be
be
the same
here.
without you. That those
Oh,
animal stories and that strange, oh, woo,
yes, and I'll
blew
be
my
posting
mind.
up
Blew my
pictures
mind.
on my page, and
And
you'll
I
see
cannot wait. I
the
cannot wait
pictures. You're
to see
gonna
what
be.
this guy looks
I don't
like.
think you have an idea.
I can only
When
imagine.
you see it, it's like, oh my god.
I can only
I would
imagine.
love to hear everybody's comments when they see this, but
Yes,
yeah.
post comments, please.
Oh, I
Post
would
them.
love it.
Also, thank you for watching. I
Yes,
know
thank
that people are
you,
watching. We
everyone.
still get a lot of views. So
Yes,
get
I
on there
appreciate
and
it.
sponsor the show. Throw some bits, through some, just
Yeah.
help us out. We want to be in everybody's homes. Not
Yeah.
physically in everybody's homes. That would be creepy. But visually or on radio at some point, you know, in
Yes,
everybody's homes. And
right.
we enjoy doing this, and we enjoy the fans interacting. And I gotta say, um, I love doing this pretty
Oh,
much more than
yes.
any other job I've had.
Yeah, this is
It's fun.
fun.
It's fun.
I
Now
enjoy
if I can
myself.
get now if I can get some of those people that have been saying that they're going to be coming on, if I can get them to say, hey, you know what, this Thursday we can do that. So we've
Yeah,
got like 3 or 4 guests that are lining up. We just have to get the
awesome.
dates worked out. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
wonderful.
that's what it is. So we're waiting on that. And I know we were supposed to have a filmmaker on this week, and we could not have him on this week because he wasn't available on Thursdays. So,
Mm,
so we're gonna try to work out maybe a non-live interview. We'll see how that
okay.
goes. So,
Yeah.
so we'll work that out, and I'll tell you more information on that, Michelle. So, but be here next week. We'll be happy to be have you part of the show. Just come on in. Post the
Yes.
comments. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.
Have a great night. Good night, everybody.